bigger story last night? Knicks go up 3-1 or Dallas gets the pick, and then you get the Nico story because I think the transaction has topped the action now. People want to talk about it's not about the games. It's about the
To be fair, though, I think the biggest story from last night is Jayson Tatum might never be the same. He might be out for a full season. I mean, this series is one thing. Like the biggest story in the sport was one of the game's biggest stars has an apparent Achilles injury.
Well, it's both, because I don't think I'm being hyperbolic when I say because of those two things, Tatum's injury and what it means for the future, not just this series, what it means for the future of the Celtics, and the fallout of Dallas getting the number 1 overall pick. I don't think I'm being hyperbolic when I say I think the landscape of the league changed last night as far as the future.
It was a moment. It was a moment in time where you can absolutely circle back, and I cannot wait to do the investigation on all the veins that sprouted out from this performance, because yes, that was a monumental game.
I think the
for
landscape
the history
of the
NBA.
entire league changed last night.
Can we talk about this, please, if you guys are actually fascinated, as I think you are, about the transaction? Because Celtics were already talking about changes because just the cutthroat competitiveness of this league, where now all the teams need to be better at threes than all the other teams. Like that, how do you build the machine faster? And what's being built in OKC, Brad Stevens is smart enough, and Danny Ainge before him, draft pick hounds where you can get the most valuable thing in sports right now. Fixed costs. Numbers are dominating the game. The hedge funds have come for this sport, and they have ruined some parts of sports with all of their numbers, and the second baseman's holding a card, and a line drive over second base isn't a single anymore. It's just an out because everyone knows how to play everyone else, and the game becomes less fun. We are at the middle, and Zaslow's got this exactly right. Exactly right. In all these conversations, how do we fix basketball? Face of the league, is it going to be Anthony Edwards? Jayson Tatum was applying for the job. Jayson Tatum needed to win more championships, make more moments, and he could be face of the league because Magic and Bird and Michael Jordan and David Stern all made it so that basketball would be about the stars and the stories. Steph's about to be gone. LeBron's about to be gone. The league needs to be taken over. Jayson Tatum is a perfect candidate for face of the league. But this injury is a crusher, and on this night, losing was a very small part of why this hurts for Boston, because they were about to change that team anyway because Drew Holiday's older. It was 3 playoffs ago that Drew Holiday was saying out loud, I can't guard Jimmy Butler. I want to retire. And Boston goes and gets him, gets Porzingis, and they build the faster car. But it's not faster anymore because the engine just blew.
And by the way, Tatum is likely out at least half of next season.
But that's why the engine just blew, because and that injury is hard to come back from, and Kevin Durant hasn't quite been the same since he chased a championship this way, because the Achilles affects you on defense. Like when you're saying that what happened last night, when Jayson Tatum is crying, I don't know if anyone heard a gunshot, but everyone that I heard from immediately that knows about these things says, yes, that's an Achilles. That's not just a non-contact injury. That's a brutal injury. And people around, if it is indeed an Achilles, would have heard a sound that doesn't sound human. And it seems like Jayson Tatum.
It's that noticeable, the sound of it?
It can be on just an Achilles. If people were there near it, they would have heard the sound. It pops. Yeah. And it feels like a gunshot, and the fire that burns through you, and I'm just, obviously it hasn't happened to me, is something that you know immediately, oh, I'm out for 9 months. Well, I shouldn't even say you know that immediately. First, you're in terrible pain, and then you know immediately, I know what that is. I'm not playing anymore this season. I'm finished, and I'm crying in a wheelchair, because in some ways, I'm guessing, Mike, he realizes what you're saying. Ooh, I'm fighting with 5 guys for this era of basketball, and I just felt behind by 9 months.
And he was having the game. He was going shot for shot with Jalen Brunson in the NBA playoffs at Madison Square Garden. He was shushing the haters. He was stepping up to the moment. And it was moments like that that would actually put him in that tier.
To be fair, though, in that moment, they were not winning that game.
They were not winning the game.
They were not going to win that game.
No, they were not winning that game, and I guess this will allow Boston fans to kind of, if they lose this series, it'll soften the blow a little bit because they'll rationalize and maybe the Knicks aren't better.
Oh, I don't think it softens the blow at all because their team is never going to be the same.
It's never going to be the same, and it's
Tatum
never going to be as
will never
good.
be the same.
And you kind of get a little glimpse into your luck last year.
Oh, I don't think it's that Tatum's.
I don't
never gonna
think
be
it's
the
that
same.
Tatum would never be the same.
No, it's everything
either.
around him.
I think no, Greg. You
Your
can
point about defense is a good one.
you can come back from this, but it when he's in that wheelchair crying, trust me when I tell you these men have great pressure on them because their bodies are economies. This injury is one that's feared throughout the sport, and it's the one that Kevin Durant risked in chasing Golden State's championships and has never been the same. I mean, you can come back from that. Certainly at Tatum's age, he's young enough. But what Greg says there, that he won't ever be the same, that is not entirely true.
Okay, I think it might be, though. And,
It
and
can be.
I guarantee you when Tatum went down, he knew instantly what the injury was, and I would bet big that the thought goes through his mind, this could really wreck
if
me.
it's an Achilles, right, they have not actually reported that yet, right?
No.
Like
No, it's just a bunch
some
of
people are
Twitter
saying
docs.
broken leg, so I don't even
Broken leg.
like or what fractured fibula.
I mean, it looks like an Achilles. Everyone on the internet seems
Have
pretty
you
strong
checked
about
Twitter?
this.
Everyone's a doctor.
Yeah, everyone's a doctor right there. I mean, it would be a weird broken leg situation, but yeah, it's a really tough scene for Boston, and that's their star player. There are few losses that feel as devastating as that. You probably lost a series. You lost your superstar. You knew that headed into the offseason you were going to reshape what was a championship team, and now you have all sorts of doubt because I guarantee you the plans were to build this team around Jayson Tatum, and now you have a flaw in your plan.
Why didn't Missoula just yell for him to get up?
And the other thing, Greg Cody, that you're saying when you say that Boston might rally, the other thing that all of Boston realized while he was crying in that wheelchair, we will not win the championship this year.
Yeah.
That ends right here in this wheelchair. Might as well put our season in it and roll it out because the teams are too good that are remaining. Even if Mobley's out, you can't. Losing this guy, the third best player in the league, who makes 40 look easy. Who is a player not quite Steph Curry, but there haven't been a lot that size in the Durant class of can make 40 look easy and be the third best player in the league. You lose that for the season, your season is over. And if not now, soon.
Everything goes out the window. Celtics fans are coping with the fact that we're not dynastic. we're tearing this thing down again.
That's the worst part. Like they were supposed to be this unstoppable team again this year, even though they're the 2 seed. It was going to be back-to-back champions. And now, if we're being honest, are the Celtics winning again anytime soon?
Now they might be looking at outlier, dead in the face, and they fear that too because now you'll look at their championship funny. Like, look at everything that broke right for you on your way to that championship. You're getting a little taste of the other teams. Like, your best player goes down. You went through 3 rounds of that.